Why Tough Love Often Fails, Part 2. While tough love may work in some isolated cases, it is increasingly seen as ineffective and even harmful for a number of reasons. Addiction is a disease, not a choice. One of the biggest criticisms of tough love is that it fundamentally misunderstands the nature of addiction. Modern science overwhelmingly supports the view that addiction is a disease, not a moral failing or a series of bad choices. Addiction rewires the brain, affecting areas related to decision-making, impulse control, and reward systems. Once addiction has taken hold, an individual's ability to make rational decisions or learn from consequences is severely impaired. By cutting off support, tough love overlooks the biological and psychological components of addiction. Instead of motivating individuals to seek help, it often pushes them further into a cycle of guilt, shame, and self-destruction. When individuals feel abandoned by their loved ones, they are more likely to turn to substances as a coping mechanism, deepening their addiction rather than resolving it. Isolation worsens addiction. Addiction thrives in isolation. When individuals are cut off from their support networks, they lose the emotional connection and community that are essential for recovery. One of the most devastating consequences of tough love is that it often severs these vital relationships, leaving individuals to cope with their addiction on their own. Rather than motivating them to seek help, the loneliness and isolation that result from tough love can deepen the cycle of addiction. People who feel abandoned may use substances to numb the pain of rejection and despair, which can make it even harder for them to seek recovery. Addiction recovery experts emphasize that connection, not isolation, is one of the most important factors in overcoming substance use. It can lead to dangerous outcomes. In some cases, tough love can lead to tragic outcomes. For individuals struggling with severe addiction, losing support from their loved ones can push them into homelessness, extreme poverty, or dangerous situations. Without a stable home or financial support, people may turn to unsafe means of obtaining drugs or engage in risky behaviors that can lead to overdose or violence. The rock bottom approach is also flawed because it assumes that people must hit their lowest point to begin recovery. But for some, rock bottom can mean death. This is particularly true in the case of opioid addiction, where overdose rates are high and the risk of death is ever present. Waiting for someone to hit rock bottom before offering help is a dangerous gamble, one that can have irreversible consequences. Tough love creates shame, not motivation. Shame is one of the most toxic emotions for individuals struggling with addiction. It creates a cycle of self-blame, despair, and hopelessness, which makes recovery feel impossible. The tough love approach often reinforces this shame by making individuals feel as though they are unworthy of support until they prove themselves through sobriety. This can make them feel isolated and alienated, which are emotions that often drive addiction in the first place. Instead of providing motivation to change, shame tends to perpetuate addiction. Studies have shown that individuals who feel deeply ashamed of their substance use are less likely to seek treatment and more likely to continue using. Shame keeps people trapped in the cycle of addiction, unable to envision a path to recovery.